Good morning, yogis. Coming to you today from a new venue. Go ahead and join me here on the mat for our level 1 Vinyasa practice. Make a little space wherever you are, and then just let yourself settle in and find a nice spot. We're going to start in any position that you like. So just find a comfortable position. You could come to a seat. You could lie down on your back. Anything really that suits you. And give yourself a little bit of space to settle in. For those of you I haven't had the pleasure of practicing with before on this beautiful Wednesday morning level 1 class, my name is Sarah, and it's going to be my pleasure to stay here, connect with you, and start to slow down a little bit and reset. So as you find your space to begin, let your body really sink into whatever shape you've chosen. You can readjust to find a little bit more space or a little bit more grounding. But then once you've found that spot, rest there. Like the whole body just kind of like takes a load off and settles in. And as you let your face, your shoulders, your hips relax, give into this feeling of gravity, deepening the sense of groundedness. And as you land there, take a slow, full inhale, like you want to feel every drop of air as it comes in. And then part the lips and sigh the exhale like a big release. Do that twice more. An expansive breath in, full of feeling. And a really expressive exhale to release. One more. Breathe in, full, expansive inhale. And sigh a long, releasing exhale. And then just tune into a natural rhythm of breath, where you don't have to edit or change or correct. You can just rest here, watching the breath slowly come in and out at its own pace. You know, there's something super profound and yet so simple when we just pause to notice our breath. It's a shift from the busyness of the external demands and stimulus around us to this momentary pause, like you're pressing the pause button, to just zero in on the feeling of being in this exact moment. It's as if everything else fades away. The past and future aren't quite as important as this momentary pause of connection to the breath. I invite you in your practice this morning to press pause as often as you can. To reset yourself to this present moment by taking a few slow breaths. Move slowly, breathe slowly, connect deeply. And see what can happen when you choose to slow down. It seems at this interesting chapter of life that we're in, life has slowed down to some degree. But I don't know about for you, but for me, my brain is still in fast forward mode. There's still so much going on in my mind. And it might take just a little while to embrace the quality of slowing down in the mind, to reflect what's going on around us. So give yourself this hour to start to tune into that slow pace of being. They say that slowing down is like waking up, because you can notice everything that's here in this moment when you choose to pause and be here. So for just the next 3 or 4 breaths, perhaps, can you pause? Feel the breath. And notice that shift between busyness and slowing down. Let that feeling guide your practice, reminding yourself as often as you need that there's no need to rush. Let yourself slow down. Let your body slow down. And through this very intentional practice of moving slowly, breathing slowly, let your mind start to take on that quality of calm as well. Take one more breath here. Full exhale to empty. And then take the next few breaths just to energize the body. You might roll through the wrists, point the toes, reach the arms, just kind of wriggle around in whatever position you've chosen. Take some deep breaths. And when you're ready, come up to a seated position. But take your time, even in these moments between, in transition. Slowly and gently making your way to a seated position. And once you find a seat, cross-legged or kneeling, up to you. Make sure your sit bones feel grounded, so you're settling into being here. And then from that space, lightness and lift through the spine. Like as you inhale, you could get even taller. And then exhale, reminder to ground, sitting down into the sit bones deeply. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky, lightening and lifting. And exhale, twist to your right. Right hand behind you, left hand on the knee or the thigh. As you inhale, get taller. Spread your collarbones heart open. As you exhale, twist a little deeper, belly button pulling in. 2 more breaths here. Inhale to find space. Exhale to find depth. 1 more. Stay to feel it. Breathe in. And roll the right shoulder back into your twist. Exhale. This time, inhale, reach your arms up. And exhale, twist to the left. Left fingertips behind you so your spine is tall. And as you exhale, maybe a little leverage with the right hand to take you a little bit deeper. As you pause and breathe and feel, each inhale is an invitation for lightness, space, opening. And each exhale is an invitation to really sink in, to deepen, or to soften. Keep using each moment for connection. 1 more breath. And then as you inhale back to center, reach both arms up, get super tall. And then find a side bend, but take your time. Right fingertips come down, maybe a little out to the side. Lift higher as you breathe in, and then lean over. But like your back is on a wall, your shoulders stay square out in front of you, so the chest stays open. Maybe a little softness in the right elbow, but reach the left fingers. Can you feel the breath radiate from the left hip to the left fingertips, shining the chest open more as you go? Take 1 more breath in. No rush. Exhale. Inhale, lift up. And take your time to set up the second side. Left hand down. Right hand reaches up to lift your spine up. And with ease, start to lean to your left side. Left elbow can soften. But really make a conscious effort to roll the right shoulder back, almost like you could peer underneath the bicep. But make sure the gaze is in a place that feels okay for your neck. No strain, no force, no pressure. Just find a little bit of space slowly and thoughtfully. 1 more breath. And then as you inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. And then find a hands and knees tabletop position. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. And then just start to move around a little in a way that feels good for you. As you inhale, you might sink your belly, puff your heart forward. As you exhale, you might arch the spine, pulling belly button in, chin to chest. Or you can roll through the hips and shoulders. Find a sense of self-expression here. Like you just want to move around a little in your body to feel what's here right now, that easy state of presence. Presence doesn't require any judgment or comparison. Only the choice to tune in and feel what's here right now. So if the voice of the cynic or the critic appears, set it aside as you return to the breath, moving slowly, breathing slowly, allowing yourself to tune in. Take 1 more breath here. A long breath out. Come back to center. Now walk your hands over to the right, so your right hand goes off the side of the mat, and the left hand comes to follow. So you're in kind of like a little banana shape with your spine. And then just take a few rounds of cat-cow here, focusing on the side waist. Inhale, drop your belly, puff your heart. Exhale, arch your spine, chin to chest, push the floor away. Just 2 more. Inhale, drop your belly, open your heart forward. Exhale, dome, and really tune in to feel this movement. 1 more. Breathe in to open. Breathe out to curl in. And then same other side. Slowly walk your hands over to the right. So your right hand goes off the side, left hand comes to follow. And then in that position, inhale, drop your belly, puff your heart. Exhale, arch up through the spine. 2 more. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Last one, puff open, breathe in. Round your spine, breathe out. Lovely. Walk your hands back towards the center. Make sure that the fingers are wide and active, like you could give the mat a little squeeze with your fingertips. The activation of the fingertips will take the weight out of the wrists and give you the support through the forearms. As you're ready, tuck your toes and find down dog nice and slow. You might hover the knees and zip the belly. And then as you shift your butt back and up, there's a lengthening that happens from your fingertips to your hips. So you might need to bend your knees a lot to send the weight back. Feel free to do that as much as you need. And then just take a little time to sway side to side, to move a little, to make it feel good. Tuning into the feeling in the legs, the feeling in the hips, the waist, the shoulders. Take 1 more breath. Stay for the exhale. As you inhale, come forward, shoulders over wrist, push the floor away, plank pose. As you exhale, down dog, lift your hips up and back. Keep your knees soft and continue like that. Inhale, forward, shoulders over wrist. Exhale, scoop the hips up and back with soft knees, down dog. Last one, forward to plank as you breathe in. And back to downward facing dog as you breathe out. Now this time, inhale, ripple forward to plank, shoulders over wrists, and straight away set your knees down, point your toes back. It's a little longer than a tabletop position. The knees are further back, so you've got to squeeze your belly to find that sense of connection. Support by squeezing belly button in and up, and pressing both hands, fingertips strong. Then as you inhale, just look a little forward, open your heart a little forward. And then as you exhale, bend your elbows and see how slow you can lower down. Elbows are grazing the ribs, and then the heart lands on the floor. Cobra pose. Inhale, lift your chest, roll your shoulders back. Exhale, forehead lowers. A few rounds of rolling cobra. Tops of the feet are pressing. Inhale, chest lift. Tops of the feet still pressing as you exhale and lower the forehead down. Take a few more rounds, strong through the legs. Inhale to lift and exhale to lower the chest. And see if you can move slowly, like it takes the full inhale breath to lift your chest and the full exhale breath to lower. And as you take your time slowing down, notice all the things you can feel. As you inhale, the chest peels open, the shoulders roll back. As you exhale, that feeling of softly descending, releasing the muscles in the back. Take just 1 more round, lift and lower, finding space and then softness. And then slide back to child's pose, butt to your heels. Arms can come forward or come back by your sides. Balasana, child's pose, the perfect place to return to that childlike quality of being amazed by all the things in each present moment. Of staying to be in this exact moment without rushing to be anywhere else. Take 1 more breath. And then inhale to a hands and knees tabletop position 1 more time. As you inhale, reach your right hand up to the sky, open the chest wide. And then as you exhale, thread the needle. Right hand goes under, reaching out to the floor on your left. Right shoulder and ear go down to the mat. And then inhale, wiggle the left fingertips to the top corner of the mat, or even reach it further forward than that. So you're finding a little length through the left arm and space to roll into the back of the right shoulder. A subtle twist, an opening to the space of the breath. Take one more breath in. As you exhale, left hand under left shoulder. Inhale, right hand reaches back up to the sky. And then set it down. This time, inhale, it's your left hand that reaches up. And then thread it under. Left hand reaching over to the right. Left shoulder and ear come down. And then wiggle your right fingertips up to the top corner of the mat, or the top edge of the mat to find length. See about rolling open through the chest, right shoulder peeling back as the left shoulder lands heavy. Slow down to just be here and feel what's happening in the body. Tune into the breath for presence. One more breath. Exhale, right hand under right shoulder. Inhale, left arm to the sky, stretch open. And then set your left hand down. Both hands under the shoulders. Squeeze your fingertips into the mat. And then tuck your toes, lift your hips. Downward facing dog. Take a little moment there, a pedal. Now when you're ready, gently walk your feet up in between your hands. No rush. Inhale, halfway lift, hands on shins. Come to a flat back position where even the neck is long. Pause for a breath or two. To notice if you lean forward into your tippy toes and cinch in your waist, you've got some space. And then roll your shoulders back to open the heart for more breath. Take one more in. Exhale to fold forward. Now with breath, inhale, halfway lift. Puff your heart long forward. Exhale, fold, soft knees. One more, half lift, heart open. Exhale, fold, soften. Inhale, stand, reach all the way up, stretching tall. Exhale, hands to heart, Tadasana. Hands can stay at heart or release down by your sides. Soon we'll start moving into the fluidity of the practice, moving with the breath. And it might start to feel like it moves a little bit more quickly. So see if you can settle here into being present. Feel your feet press. Feel your shoulders soften. Feel your heart and your breath in your chest. Anytime you're feeling rushed, tune back in and give yourself permission to move slower, to breathe slower. Release any sense of expectation that there's something you have to achieve. And rather move from this very advanced yogic perspective that whatever comes, you can let it come. And stay in your center of presence with your breath. And just take your time. Take a deep breath in. Open the mouth and exhale. With breath, inhale, reach your arms up to the sky, stretch tall. As you exhale, fold forward, hinging at your hips, soft knee. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plank, top of a push-up. Hands down, feet step back. Shoulders over wrists, take a breath in. Exhale, set your knees down, point your toes back. Inhale, lean a little forward to lengthen. Exhale, bend your elbows straight back, lower to the floor. Cobra pose, chest lifts. This time lift your hands. Exhale, lower down, hands and forehead. Move slow. Find your way to downward facing dog. You could go through child's pose, hands and knees, or plank. But eventually tuck your toes and lift your hips up and back. Find a grounding force through your fingertips pressing. And a softness through the breath moving through to reconnect you to being here just as you are. One more breath in. One more breath out. Press your fingers more so you feel stable. And as you inhale, lift your right leg behind you. exhale, bring your knee to your nose, lean forward, and step your right foot in between your hands. Set your back knee down. Now, if you've got a little towel or a blanket or something, you might chuck it under your left knee for more support. And then when you're ready, inhale, reach your arms up to the sky, low lunge. The right foot coming to the right, a wider stance might feel more stable, and a tuck of the back toes can help that feeling of stability too. As you inhale, get taller, and then as you exhale, bend your elbows out wide and sink your hips a little forward. Inhale, reach up, lift a little out of the shape. Exhale, sink your hips, bend your elbows wide. One more like that. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, sink in. Now as you inhale, reach up tall through center. And take your right hand onto your left wrist. As you breathe in, get taller. And then lean to the right as you exhale, a side stretch. From your left knee to your left fingertip. Can you find more space, more lift, a squeeze of the belly to support your lower back? And stay here to feel the opening you're creating. Keep pressing into the earth. Keep lifting into the breath. There's a million things you can feel if you stay here to notice. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. As you inhale, lift back up through center, and then exhale to half Hanuman. So you straighten your front leg and bring your hands down. Your front knee can stay just as bent as you need to find a little bit of space in the back of the leg, but definitely lift your right toes up to create that sense of opening on the back of the right leg. Give yourself a moment here to feel it out. You might puff your heart forward, roll your shoulders back. You might soften a little through the neck, shoulders, gaze. Notice when you pause to just be here, there's little things you can do to feel better. Maybe a little bit more softening. Maybe a little bit more support. But the more present you are, the more you slow down to be here, the less you're in that automatic, autopilot mode of quick judgment, quick reaction, the more you're creating space to be responsive and open. Take one more breath. And then walk your hands inside your right foot. So give your right foot a little shimmy to the right and bend your front knee. So you're in a lizard lunge position. You might tuck your back toes, lift your back knee for a lot more. You might carefully wing the right knee out to the right side, keeping the right ankle tight, toes up, so you feel connected to that opening with the sense of stability. You can move a little, rock forward, back, side to side. Wherever you are, squeeze your left butt cheek. That should help to open the front of the left hip a little. And give yourself one more breath here. Then if the back knee is up, go ahead and drop it down. Set your left hand directly under your left shoulder. Reach your right hand up to the sky for a twist. Now here you might notice the shoulders might try to come up to the ears. Can you roll them back in a way to open some space through the neck? And either stay right here in your open twist, or if you feel like adding on, you can reach the right hand, the top one, forward, like over your head. Keep the shoulder back away from the ear and keep peeling through the chest, but also elongating your side waist. One more breath in. One more breath out. If it's forward, inhale, right hand reaches back up. Exhale, right hand down. Please tuck your back toes, lift your back knee. Step back to downward facing dog. Right foot meets the left, hips lift. Stay. A little cat-cow or a vinyasa flow. Inhale to plank pose to build heat. Exhale, set your knees down, point your toes back. Take an inhale, heart forward. Exhale, lower all the way down. Cobra pose or any other back bend of choice. Heart lifts, toes point. And find your way to down dog through child's pose, tabletop or plank. Once you've found downward facing dog, stabilize fingers. Reset to your breath. So you can take that slow, easy connection with you. Strong hands, inhale, left leg lifts up behind you. Exhale, knee to nose, rock forward so you can step your foot through between your hands. Low lunge, right knee down, lift your hands up. So take a moment, don't rush it. Maybe you find a wider stance, maybe you tuck your back toes. There's no sense of needing to land perfectly in any shape. When you slow down and tune in, you can always notice little adjustments to feel more supported or more open. So give yourself permission to take it slow. Wherever you are, one more lifting breath in. And then exhale, cactus your elbows, sink your hips a little forward, but keep your belly tight. Inhale, reach up, lift a little out of the shape. Exhale, sink in, bend your elbows. One more big lift. And a sink. This time, inhale, lift up. And then take your left hand onto your right wrist. Breathe in for height. And then lean slowly over to the left. Can you keep squeezing your belly like you can lift out of your hips a little? And then invite in this opening that's not a close forward and down, but a lift like you've got a big old beach ball or something next to you that you're leaning over. How good would a beach ball be right now? I'm in a tropical holiday. Take one more breath in. Melbourne's not very tropical. Breathe out, stay. Inhale, lift back up through center, low lunge. And then find half Hanuman, straightening your front leg, lifting your front toes. Reposition as much as you need. I like to have my back knee directly under the hip. And if you need padding under that knee, feel free. And then rather than close down through the chest, can you find length not only in the back of the left leg, but also in the spine? So it's like you're extending forward hips to crown and softening the left knee a little as you pick up the left toes. It's so interesting that our minds rush past what's present to think about what's next. Because when you stay here, there's a million things to notice. The flex of the front toes, the little bend in the front knee, the space in the left leg, the zip of the belly, the puff of the heart, the roll back of the shoulders. There's a million little facets of interest in each moment. So stay here, breathe here, be here. Slowing down to feel more. Take one more breath. And then as you bend your left knee, walk your hands inside your left foot. You might give it a little wriggle out to the left. And then with your hands inside the foot, you can tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, you can keep it down. You can take the left knee out to the left a little, tight ankle to protect the joints. You can sink your hips down a little more. Just do whatever feels good there, really. Finding a little bit of space. Breathing into your hips. One more long, juicy inhale. Actually, let's stay another breath or two. Squeeze your right butt cheek to open the front of the right hip. Feels so nice. Especially if you've been sitting a lot, the hips get a bit compressed. So anytime you need a little low lungy shape like this, or a lizard where you're opening a little bit more, let yourself just build that into your new routine, taking a few moments to stretch open the hips when you like it. Take one more breath. Hands back to center under the shoulders. Please tuck your right toes, lift your right knee so you can step your left foot back to down dog. Either stay in downward facing dog. You could drop the knees for a little cat-cow. Or to build heat, rock forward to plank as you breathe in. Then with the knees down or not, bend your elbows to lower down. Up dog or cobra, point your toes back, lift your heart up. If it's up dog, thighs are away from the mat. Chest is lifting through straight arms. And then however you'd like to get there, child's pose, tabletop, or plank, hike your hips up and back to downward facing dog. Pause, breathe in. Stay and soften, breathe out. One more in. Stay for the full exhale breath. Inhale, right leg lifts behind you. Exhale, knee to nose, shoulders over wrist. Step your right foot through in between your hands. And either prop up onto fingertips, or you could bring blocks or books underneath your hands for a little bit more support. As you inhale, shine your heart forward, squeeze your shoulder blades down and back. As you exhale, start to straighten the front leg any amount and pike the hips back. With breath, inhale, bend your front knee, heart forward. Exhale, straighten the front leg any amount and bow. One more. Keep your feet where they are. Just inhale, bend your front knee. And then exhale, any amount of straightening to the front leg. This time, inhale, bend your front knee. Add a little softness to the back knee and inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. Crescent lunge. Back leg long and strong. Front knee directly on top of the ankle. Not left, not right, not forward, not back. Like you could stick a stick straight down through it. It's like scaffolding to keep you stable. As you breathe in, find a little bit of lift. As you breathe out, bring your hands to prayer in front of your heart. Inhale, straighten your front leg as you reach your arms out and up in a big circle. And then as you exhale, bend your front knee, bring your hands to your heart. Front big toe pressing for balance. Inhale, straighten and reach out and up. Exhale, sink in, hands to heart, bend your front knee. 2 more, lift, breathe in. Sink, breathe out. Last one, lift. And sink. This time, inhale, lift up to crescent, straightening your front leg as you go. And then as you rebend the front knee, reach your left hand forward, turning your chest open to the right, reach your right hand back. Sink deep into the front knee and then flip and reverse. Back hand down the hip or thigh. Front hand reaches up, but you're still twisting to the right. Finding length from the left tippy toes, up the left hip and thigh, through the left side ribs to the left fingertips. 1 more breath. Simple twist. Ooh, left hand down, right hand up. Find a little space to peel the shoulders back and reveal the chest to the side wall. Take 1 more breath in. As you exhale, right fingertips down, pyramid pose 1 more time. Start to straighten your front leg a little bit more. Maybe you step your back foot in to ground your back heel. A wider stance might feel a little bit nicer here. Taking the right foot to the right. Again, hands can be on blocks or books. And as you point your tailbone up, soften your right knee to bow forward. It's not about what it looks like. What's more important is how it feels. So give yourself the opportunity to soften the knees as much as you need. To lift up the floor towards you with props if you like. Using every adjustment as an opportunity to feel your best. Using presence as a tool to find what you need now. 1 more breath in. Long exhale. Now re-lengthen the stance. Left foot goes back a little. And pivot your back heel down so that the heels are in line. Right toes are pointing forward, left toes a little in. So you can slowly windmill to warrior 2. Take your time. Left hand reaches up and back. Right hand reaches forward. Front knee again, like there's a stick going straight down from knee to ankle for scaffolding support. Arms wide. Shoulders directly over the hips. Breathe in. Stay to feel it sink deeper through the front knee. Exhale. Reverse triangle. Inhale, straighten your front leg. Lift your front hand up and back. Exhale, warrior 2. Bend your front knee a little to the right as you sink in, arms wide. Twice more. Take your time. Inhale, lift up and back. Straighten the front leg. Exhale, warrior 2. Dive deep into the power of your leg. Last one, reverse triangle. Inhale, breath. Warrior 2, bend your front knee, exhale, breath. Now stay here, reach forward as you breathe in. Right elbow to thigh, left hand to the sky, and pause. Can you press into both feet and squeeze your butt cheeks to open your hip? And take your top hand and reach it out in front of you, like you want to reach towards the device that you're practicing on. And then with your thumb towards your face, Can you reach your fingers out in front of you, taking the arm with you? So as you create a long line from the left fingers reaching overhead to the left heel pressing down, you don't compromise, crunch in, or squeeze your shoulder to your ear. You pin the shoulder back and find length and space through the whole side waist. Take one more big breath in, extended side angle pose, and a long breath out. As you inhale, reverse triangle once more. Straighten your front leg, lift your front hand up and back. Pause. Hips forward. Lift out of your side body. Take one more breath in. Exhale, bring the arms back to a T. Soften your front knee. And then find half movement. Take your time. Either a block or a book down in front of the right foot, or you can land the right hand on the floor. The left leg lifts parallel to the floor, and the left arm can stay on the hip or reach to the sky. Keep pressing the right foot, extending the left arm, and find a little bit more space to breathe through the chest, to find support through presence. Is there a benefit to slowing down to feel it all, even in a moment of challenge? Notice here what it's like to stay. One more breath. Now with control, super slow, belly tight. Start to soften your right knee and fold forward. So the left hand comes down, and take your time to bring the left foot down so you don't do anything dodgy to your hip. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, stand, reach all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. A little practice with balance, knowing that today, who knows what's going to happen. A little uncertainty. Plant your left foot down and place your right foot either on the left ankle, calf, or inner thigh. Avoid the knee. Pressing it sideways isn't really a nice thing to do to your knee. But wherever you go, make the right foot come in contact with the left leg, and then they push into each other to create a seal of support. Same way your butt squeezes, belly squeezes to find that centering quality of supporting. And then hands to heart or at hips. Can you find the duality that exists in every moment? Where there's that feeling of strength and press and support and action, but somewhere also there's a softening, a sweetness. One of the original texts of yoga speaks of it, this physical practice, as an opportunity to find the balance of stability and ease. To be seated in the present moment in all its dualities. Take one more breath in. And with as much care, as slowly as you can, right knee comes in and then right foot steps down. Give yourself a little shake. And then as you come back to the top of the mat, pause. Breathe in. Settle, breathe out. Inhale, arms lift to the sky, a big stretch. Exhale, fold forward, soft knees. Halfway lift, puff your heart forward. Without rush, we'll meet in down dog. If you wanted to step straight back, feel free. If you wanted to take a flow to build heat, plank pose, on the knees or not, lower slowly, elbows point back. Your back bend, toes point back, heart lifts up. And then we all meet in down dog, but how you get there is up to you. Move slow. Breathe slow. Connect more. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale, left knee to the nose. Rock forward to step your left foot in between your hands. And then prop up onto your fingertips. Get long through the back leg and open through your heart. Inhale. Exhale, start to straighten the front leg any amount and pike your hips up to fold. Twice more. Inhale, forward. And exhale, back. Last one. Pulse the heart open, roll the shoulders back. And as you straighten your front leg, fold pyramid pose. This time, inhale, bend your front knee, a softness in the back knee. So you can gently rise the arms up, crescent lunge. Maybe a wider stance, left foot a little to the left. Definitely squeeze your back butt cheek, the right one, to give that sense of opening through the right hip. Breathe in. Hands to heart center, breathe out. Press your toes down. As you inhale, lift the arms out wide and up, straighten your front leg. Exhale, hands to heart, bend your front knee. Inhale, float up. Exhale, sink in. Can you observe whatever is arising with softness? Inhale, reach up. Exhale, sink in. This time, inhale, reach up. Straighten your front leg, pause. As you rebend the front knee, twist. Right hand reaches out. Left hand reaches back to reveal the chest to the left. Take a steady breath in. And then flip reverse. Back hand, hip or thigh. Right hand reach up and over behind you like you could make a big arc from the right heel to the right fingertips. A stretch along that whole right line. Take one more breath in. Exhale, simple twist. We're going to add on just a little on this side. Drop your right knee down. Lift your left hand up. So you're in a supported, simple twist. And then as you peel the shoulders back, maybe the left arm reaches forward. Just like we did on the other side. A stretch through the left side body to the left fingertips. As you twist to reveal the chest open. One more breath like this. If the left hand's forward, reach it back up. Please tuck your back toes, lift your back knee back to simple twist. Really open up for one more breath. And then left hand down outside the left foot, back to pyramid pose. So you might step your back foot in a little to ground it down. You might soften one or both knees a little or a lot. And as you pull the belly in to hike the hips up, let yourself bow forward into softness. Stay to be here, whatever the moment contains. In moments that feel really good, pausing to be in that sensation is like soaking it all in. And in moments that are challenging, that state of presence gives you an opportunity to see little adjustments you can make to feel better. So if this is your favorite pose, breathe and be in it. If this is your least favorite pose, soften and find a new way to approach it. Find one more breath in. One more breath out. Re-lengthen your stance if you shortened it. And then pivot your right heel down so that the heels are in line and the back toes are a little forward. And then ground into the heels, windmill to warrior two. Right hand reaches up and back. Left hand reaching forward. Shoulders above hips. Knee directly on top of the ankle. Can you press more into the feet to feel stable? And then soften the shoulders a little to feel relaxed. Take one more breath in. Go a little deeper as you breathe out. Reverse triangle. Inhale, straighten your front leg. Lift your front hand way back. Exhale, warrior two, bend and reach. Inhale, reverse triangle, straighten and lift. Exhale, warrior two, bend and reach. Last one, reverse as you breathe in, a big breath. And then warrior two as you exhale. Reach forward past your left leg. And then place your left elbow gently, just like a barely resting down. And reach the right arm up. Ground through the feet, squeeze through the belly and butt. And then from that stability, reach your top hand, the right hand, out in front of you, in front of your chest. Plug the shoulder back into the socket, and then thumb towards your face, reach up and over, side body long and spacious. Take one more fluid breath in here. See if you can stay to soften into the exhale. Just like that, one more, breathe in. Long emptying exhale. Inhale, reverse triangle, right hand down the back thigh, left hand to sky as the left leg straightens, pause. Feel yourself here, breathe in. Stay for a long exhale. Inhale, arms back to a T. Shorten the stance a little. And find yourself in half moon nice and slow. Left hand comes down in front of the left foot, maybe to a block or the floor. Right leg kicks back behind you. Really roll the right hip open so that the toes aren't pointing down like warrior three. The toes are turning to the side to peel the hip open. And the right hand might stay on the hip or reach to the sky. Give yourself an opportunity not to rush past this moment, but to stay in it. They say the most advanced practice is to be in every moment without judgment, allowing whatever comes to come. See if you can step into that, even just a fraction. A practice of slowing down, softening into your best self. One more breath in. Now with extreme care, belly tight, right hand comes down, and then very gently, right foot comes down. Forward fold, halfway lift. With a bend in the knees, exhale to fold. Keep the bend in the knees as you inhale, reach up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart, Tadasana. Last little balance pose before we take it down to slow down even more. So stand on your right foot. You might even spread the right toes wider to feel really stable. And then left foot comes to ankle, calf, or inner thigh. Find that connection. Foot to leg, press. Butt and belly, press. And then you choose hands to heart or hips or anywhere else. Tune in. Slow down. Slowing down gives you an opportunity to be less reactive and more responsive. Like rather than just snap to judgment, you can pause to be aware. Like, if you fall out of a balance pose, which happens to all of us, it can be really frustrating if you're just like trying to demand a lot of yourself and you're in that rush mode. But if you're in this slow mode of taking things as they come, of being a little bit softer and more open, more responsive, then you fall out and you come back in. It's the approach of, your attitude to the moment. So when you slow and then gently let it go, left knee to chest, set the left foot down. One more moment standing, pause, hands at heart or by your side. Feel the energy that you've created. Feel the connection that you've cultivated. Stay here to soak up the amazing energy that you're creating in your practice. Take one collective breath in together. Sigh the exhale. Inhale, arms reach up, stretch tall. Exhale, fold forward, take your time. Halfway lift, breath in. Either one final flow or step straight back to down dog for child's pose. Knees to the mat, hips to the heels, bowing forward, just a few breaths. If you're flowing, take your time. If you're child's posing, take your time with your breath. Child's posing is a new verb that I just made up. I recommend child's posing frequently. Take a breath in. And then we all meet in a seat. So knees down, walk your hands back towards you. Shift your hips off to one side and extend your legs out in front. Now with your legs out in front of you, you might like to sit up on a pillow if you've got one. It kind of just gives your hips a little bit more space so you can get out of your lower back more. Hot tip, anytime you're forward folding, give your spine a little help, a little bit more length by sitting up on a pillow or a book or a block. And then flex your toes towards you so you feel that stretch down the back of the legs, but with soft knees. Inhale, reach up, get super tall, pause. Without rush, pull the belly in to feel long and supported in the lower back. And then take 5 breaths or so to fold forward. So you might inhale to lengthen and extend your spine up, and then exhale to soften the shoulders a little. And you might do that a few times. Inhale to lengthen, exhale to soften. Really taking your time so you're not rushing to get anywhere. But each breath that you're staying to feel what's happening is an opportunity to do what feels best for you. Take just 1 or 2 more slow breaths wherever you are. And then gently inhale to lift up. Scooch up to the top of your mat. Knees bent, soles of the feet on the ground. Place your hands on your shins, and with as little effort as possible, roll down onto your back. Once you're there, set your left foot down. Place your right ankle on your left thigh. And let your right knee open out to the side, tight right ankle. Stay, or bring the legs towards you. You could hold the back of the left leg if you like. And then maybe just a little bit of movement there, opening the outside of the hip. Breathe deliberately here. Let it give you a feeling of being here, but more than that, let a slow, steady breath give you a sense of calm and ease. Slowing down to just be here for 1 more breath in. Slow, smooth exhale breath. Inhale, arms to a T or bend your elbows. Exhale, knees to the left for a twist. You can stack the knees one on top of the other or keep them interlaced. And if the left leg doesn't touch the floor, give it a little support. You could chuck a pillow on there too. Stay for 3 breaths to unwind your spine. Inhale back to center. Right foot down. Left ankle, right thigh. Flex the toes up. And either stay there or bring the legs towards you, holding onto the back of the right leg if you like. Maybe a little movement, a little rock. Lots of breath. Start to inquire, what is the benefit of slowing down? Here, towards the end of the practice, what does it feel like when you finally give yourself a chance to slow it all down? What's available to you here? 1 more breath. And then arms wide. Knees to the right for your twist. Again, stack or interlace, whatever suits you. Rest in an easy, deliberate breath. A choice and a chance to slow down. Take 1 more inhale. Soft exhale. Inhale back to center, knees to chest. If you need anything else before you rest, take it now. And when you're ready, set up for Shavasana. Legs long, hands down by your sides. But take your time if there's something else you'd like to do before you head there. But when you land in Shavasana, notice that feeling. Like you get into your bed at the end of a long day when you're just so tired and you can finally rest. Most often, we already know what we need to feel our best. We just need the motivation and the permission from ourselves to do it. So while it might feel more appropriate to achieve more and get more done, and our brain is telling us there's a million things to do, Deep down, we know that truer wisdom that we all need a little rest. It's incredibly beneficial to slow down. And when we get a little taste of it, it reinforces and motivates us to offer it more often. So let yourself fully absorb the state of rest that you've cultivated through slow, connected practice. Take these next just 2 or 3 minutes to rest completely, and I'll let you know when it's time to finish. Just rest. If you have more time to rest, give yourself permission to stay a few more minutes here. But if you're ready, just before we get back into moving, pause for just one more second. Because when you pause to think about it, your body's pretty amazing, all the stuff it can do, all the ways that it's constantly learning. Your mind is so incredible how it can process every stimulus around you, can understand things and make things happen. Your heart is an incredible force for connection. Your breath supporting you. Like, it's so cool to be a human and be alive. So take a moment to pause and appreciate your body, your mind, your heart, your breath. All the things and people in your life that you love, and everything that makes you exactly who you are. When you pause, you can sit in a feeling of gratitude and absorb it. So stay for one more breath. Big exhale. And then start to take a little wriggle and a stretch. Reawaken, and then find your way to a seat as you're ready. No rush. Take your time. Nice and slow. But when you do get there, tall spine, hands to heart. What a joy it is to have this practice. To have these reminders to self, to slow down and be here. So thank yourself for taking the hour out of your day to be here with yourself more fully. Thank you so very much for tuning in to be here with me. Such a pleasure, such an honor. I know that place of connection and presence and slowing down within me is that same exact place in every single one of you. And in this space, there's really no difference between any of us. So to acknowledge how we're all connected, we say to each other, namaste. Thanks, yogis. Have a beautiful Wednesday. Starting next week, Monday and Wednesday and Friday classes are going to be at 9 a.m. So, of course, if you prefer 11, you can replay. But if you're up early, not that 9 is really early, maybe in ISO life, you can join us. And we'll post the schedule every week in Patreon if you're one of our online community members. Thank you guys so much. Such a pleasure to share with you in this new platform. And I hope you all have a beautiful week. Take care and take it slow. Thank you. See you soon.